Infinite peace and love, brothers and sisters. Today, I come to you with a message from the Spirit, and this message is pertaining to the parallels between lucid dreams, the astral, and life. So I'm going to start by explaining what a lucid dream is. A lucid dream is any dream in which the dreamer is aware that they are within the dream. Now, they could be aware consciously, as in they're able to control and alter the dream state, or they could just be aware subconsciously to a point when they would wake up that they remember everything that happened within the dream. Now, the astral, this is a very hot topic. The astral is actually the area within the universe that we are able to travel that is not always of the physical. Now, majority of the things that you will see in the astral, they're a metaphorical representation of what they actually are in the real world. Okay. Now, what I mean by this is that the astral is a spiritual representation of the physical. So when you are astral projecting, or when you're within certain lucid dreams or certain out-of-body experiences, you are able to see representations of information. This same information that we see during the day, but because of our physical body, we interpret it differently than we do when we are in the spirit or when we are asleep. Okay. So I encourage everyone to analyze their dreams, analyze their astral projections, analyze their experiences with the astral as if you are a fly on the wall. And what I mean by this is interpret it very objectively. Do not have any biased opinions about what you see in the astral, because what you see in that form is you seeing it in its truest sense. You are seeing it in a way that it is meant for you to understand. So again, you must interpret it as representations, and you must interpret it objectively as if you were a fly on the wall. Do not have any biased opinions. So I just want to jump into a dream that I had about 3 days ago. And the dream started off as any dream starts off. You never know where the starting point of a dream is. You kind of just appear right in the middle, and that's how you know you're dreaming. So at the beginning of this dream, I see my brother Jonathan. Now, I'm going to interpret and explain as I go along, so just stay with me, alright? So Johnny, his name means God is gracious. Now, Johnny tells me, actually, I asked Johnny, because we're at a skate park, I asked him, how do you skate? And he tells me he skates flat. Okay. Now, me, if you know me, I'm an aggressive inline skater, and I just recently started skating, and I realized that my skates are literally made for regular footed people, and I am flat footed. So it literally took for me to have a dream about my skates for me to realize that I'm basically wearing the complete wrong skates. So this is what I'm saying about the information you receive in the astral is so much truer than what you would see in the physical. So anyway, I see my brother Johnny. He tells me he skates flat, right? And then the dream switches, and I'm in this locker room. I'm skating through the locker room, and I hear a girl's voice, and the girl's voice is kind of like in the distance, right? So I follow the voice, and I end up turning around this corner, and I'm skating through this really shallow water, right? It's like just little small amounts of water on the ground. Okay. Now, I'm gonna pause. Now, just this Saturday, it's Monday now. Just this Saturday, I was shooting a music video for my brother Tim, and I went to the locker room, and as I'm in the locker room, I started getting this feeling of deja vu, and I recalled this dream. Now, as I'm getting this feeling of deja vu, I hear the female dancer's voice in the other room. Okay, so back to the dream again. I was in the dream. I was skating in the locker room. I heard the woman's voice. Now that I'm interpreting the dream, I realized that there was parallels. There's levels to this dream. One, the first level is that I'm skating on shallow water, meaning that me skating is not reaching my full potential. Okay. Now I'm gonna recall back to another dream. I'm gonna be jumping around a lot here because I have to explain how these dreams intertwine between each other. So many different lucid dreams will intertwine between each other, and you have to put the messages together in order to get the full message. So again, I'm jumping back to a dream I had maybe a week ago, and within this dream, basically, I was within this area, this darkest area, and for some reason, I launch into the air, and I do this arcing motion, and I come down, and as I'm in the air, I'm doing like all these tricks, like leg grabs, and like, freaking abstracts, whatever, and I come down, and I hit this wall of ice, and the ice cracks, and then I kind of like turn around away from the wall, and underneath this deep water, and I changed my shirt. So back to the dream before this that I had 3 days ago. Again, I'm in the locker room, I'm skating, but it's on shallow water. So now I'm going to relate both of these dreams to another life experience, because it wasn't just one life experience that both of these. It's many times that your dreams will relate to life experiences. So I'm gonna relate this to a life experience. My friend Steve picked me up, and we went to Michigan City, and there's a skate park in Michigan City. We went to go skate there. Pause. We actually went to Lake County, Lafayette, not Michigan City. Me and my friend Dwight went to Michigan City, but both of these areas are actually related to water. They're both very they both have very large amounts of water near them, and their names are relative to water. Obviously, Michigan means deep water, I believe. So something very similar to that. Now, both of these times that I went to these areas, not only did I see water, and it had the sense of deja vu, but I was skating in both of these areas. Now, back to the dreams. My dreams are telling me that I'm skating and it's only shallow water. But within the real world, I'm seeing this deep, deep, deep water. So my dreams are basically telling me that even though I'm skating near this deep water, I have still yet to touch deep water. I have still yet to reach my full potential. I have still yet to even dig deep into the meaning of my life. I love skating, but that is not what my spirit is telling me is going to allow me to reach my full potential. So now I'm going to go to another dream, and this is a dream I had probably about 2 days ago. And within the dream, I hear this voice, and it says, "You're finally done with school." And I get out of the car, and I'm walking with this girl named Nicole. Now, Nicole means victorious, right? And we walk into this grocery store. Okay, now I'm going to relate this to when I had deja vu in the real world. Now, I'm playing this game, or I wasn't playing, I was watching a video of this game, Warframe, and the actual expansion of the game that they just released was called it was called The Second Dream, right? And towards the end of this storyline expansion, they ask you to pick a school, and that's when I had deja vu. So I'm watching the video, and they tell the person who's playing the game, they tell him to pick a school, and the school in Warframe is representative of your fighting style, right? So back to the dream. My dreams are telling me that I'm finally done with school. I'm still in university. I'm still in college. So I was wondering, like, for a while I was wondering, like, what could that have meant? And then I get the sign from just I wasn't even looking for it. It just came to me, right? So relating those two together, when I had that feeling of deja vu, I related them, and I realized that I'm done with school because I figured out my way of fighting. My way of fighting is with love. Everything I do is with love. I can defeat anything just with the power of love and understanding, right? Literally, all my emotions, everything I've been through, fighting disease, fighting people, whatever, I can get through it with love, because love allows me to understand. Love allows me to forgive, not just them, but myself, for even when I make unwise decisions. So my dreams tell me school is over because I have my fighting style. And I see Warframe, and it makes sense because I equate the two together, right? Because what you see in the astral and in the dream world is always relative of something in life. It's always very representational. You have to relate the two together in order to get the full message. There's the physical and there's the metaphysical, right? I also just want to let you guys know that I did have a dream. This message came to me in a dream, and basically it means, or the dream told me that watching videos about what you want are visualizations, and a visualization is the unity of the spiritual energies and the material energies of the earth. So basically it's telling me that what you're watching, the things that which you spend your time doing, is very relative to what happens in the astral. So what you're watching is almost instantly manifesting itself into the astral, which what happens in the astral will manifest itself over space-time in the physical or in life. Space-time are very relevant to each other. They are not independent. You cannot have space without time. You can have time without space. In the astral, things manifest instantaneously, but in life you have space-time. But when you're watching these things, they're manifesting instantly into the astral, and then they will eventually manifest into the physical. So anyway, Astral Brian, thank you for watching. Peace and love. Please stop what you're doing and head over to my website, www.astraldreams.com. I'm building a community and a kingdom for all of you dreamers out there. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I would just encourage you to check out the website. I offer a lot of dream trainings, awareness trainings, and there are links to the Facebook community on there as well. Please accept this invite and become the greatest version of yourself. Peace and love.